Today, I want to talk to you about something that is a cornerstone of success, a trait that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. It's the power of mental toughness. Mental toughness isn't just about being strong during the tough times. It's about preparing yourself, growing, and standing tall through every storm life throws at you. Discipline is the foundation upon which mental toughness is built. It is the ability to do what must be done, whether or not you feel like doing it. Developing discipline in your daily habits is not just a strategy for success, it is a necessity. JimRohn, a master of personal development, often said success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. These words capture the essence of what it takes to achieve greatness and cultivate resilience in the face of challenges. Imagine this: every day you are presented with countless choices. Each decision you make, no matter how small, contributes to the trajectory of your life. Will you wake up early to work on your goals, or will you hit the snooze button and procrastinate? Will you choose to read a book that expands your mind, or will you spend hours mindlessly scrolling through social media? These choices might seem inconsequential in the moment, but over time they shape your character and determine your destiny. Discipline begins with clarity. Before you can develop productive daily habits, you must understand what you are striving for. What is your purpose? What are your goals? JimRohn often emphasized the importance of setting clear, meaningful objectives. Without a destination in mind, discipline has no direction. It is not enough to want success. You must define what success looks like for you. Once you have that clarity, you can reverse engineer the steps needed to get there, integrate those steps into your daily routine. The next critical component of discipline is consistency. Doing something once is easy, doing it every day is where the challenge lies. JimRohn's philosophy teaches us that consistency compounds over time. It is like planting seeds. Each disciplined action is a seed sown into the soil of your future. At first, you might not see the results. The seed is underground, hidden from view. But with time, care, and consistency, it will sprout, grow, and eventually bear fruit. The same principle applies to building mental toughness through daily habits. Starting small is key. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to develop discipline is attempting to change everything at once. They set ambitious goals and create a long list of habits they want to adopt, only to become overwhelmed and give up. JimRohn's wisdom reminds us to focus on a few simple disciplines. Choose one or two habits that align with your goals and commit to practicing them daily. Perhaps it's dedicating 10 minutes to journaling, exercising for 20 minutes, or reading a chapter of a book. These small actions might not seem significant on their own, but they build momentum and establish a foundation for bigger changes. Accountability is another powerful tool in cultivating discipline. Share your goals and habits with someone you trust, whether it's a mentor, friend, or family member. Knowing that someone is watching your progress can motivate you to stay on track. JimRohn often spoke about the value of mentorship and surrounding yourself with positive influences. He said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you surround yourself with disciplined individuals, their habits and mindset will inspire you to uphold your own standards. Temptations and distractions are inevitable, but they are also opportunities to strengthen your discipline. Mental toughness is forged in moments of resistance. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself why you started. Visualize the long-term rewards of your discipline and contrast them with the short-term consequences of giving in to laziness or indulgence. JimRohn taught that our lives are shaped by our choices, and those choices are guided by either discipline or regret. Choose discipline, and you will reap the rewards. The beauty of disciplined daily habits is that they create a positive ripple effect. For example, if you start your day by exercising, you'll likely feel more energized and focused throughout the day. That energy and focus can lead to better performance at work, improved relationships, and a greater sense of accomplishment. Each habit reinforces the others, creating a virtuous cycle that propels you forward. But what happens when you slip up? Even the most disciplined individuals face setbacks. JimRohn's advice is to acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and get back on track as quickly as possible. Failure is not the opposite of discipline, it is part of the process. What matters is how you respond to it. Use setbacks as a reminder of the importance of your habits and as motivation to recommit to your goals. Lastly, reward yourself for your discipline. Celebrate the small wins along the way. This doesn't mean indulging in habits that undermine your progress, but rather acknowledging your effort and progress. JimRohn understood the power of positive reinforcement. Recognizing your achievements builds confidence and motivates you to keep going. In conclusion, developing the discipline of daily habits is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong practice. It requires clarity, consistency, accountability, and the courage to face resistance. By focusing on a few simple disciplines, starting small and embracing setbacks as learning opportunities, you can build the mental toughness needed to achieve your goals. Remember JimRohn's words, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. That bridge is built one step at a time, one habit at a time, one day at a time. Start building yours today. Change is inevitable, and how we respond to it can determine the course of our lives. JimRohn often reminded us that life is a series of seasons. Just as the weather changes, so too do our circumstances, our opportunities, and the challenges we face. Embracing the power of change is not just about accepting it, but about leveraging it to grow, improve, and ultimately shape a better future. Change isn't something to fear, it's something to understand, accept, and harness for personal growth. The first step in embracing change is recognizing that it is a constant. In a world that is ever evolving, we cannot expect to remain static and succeed. The most successful individuals are not those who resist change, but those who adapt to it. Change can come in many forms: an unexpected career shift, a personal setback, or even the natural aging process. At times, change may seem disruptive or overwhelming, but JimRohn often spoke about how life's challenges are the very tools we can use to sharpen our skills and refine our character. He said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." This mindset encourages us to view change as an opportunity for growth rather than a disruption to our lives. One of the biggest challenges people face in relation to change is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, and fear of the discomfort that accompanies transformation. We often prefer the comfort of the familiar, even if it's not serving us well, simply because it feels safer. But comfort zones, as JimRohn taught, are places where growth goes to die. Staying in a place of familiarity might feel safe, but it also limits our potential. To embrace change fully, we must first confront our fears. Instead of letting fear dictate our decisions, we must train ourselves to become comfortable with discomfort. In fact, real growth begins at the edge of our comfort zone, in those moments when we feel uncertain or stretched beyond our limits. By accepting and facing the discomfort that comes with change, we unlock the possibility of becoming the person we need to be to achieve our goals. Another important aspect of embracing change is adopting the mindset that change is an opportunity for improvement. Often when we face a challenging situation, we view it as a setback, something to be endured or avoided. But if we can change our perspective and view obstacles as stepping stones to a higher level of understanding and capability, we can transform our experience. JimRohn spoke of the importance of self-reliance and how, in every challenge, we must look for the lessons that will make us better, stronger, and more resilient. Change is the process through which we build the capacity to handle greater challenges and seize larger opportunities. When change enters our lives, we also need to be willing to let go of old habits, beliefs, and attachments that no longer serve us. Holding on to outdated patterns of thinking or ways of doing things only slows our ability to evolve. JimRohn was a firm believer that to grow, we must be willing to release the past and embrace new approaches. If you want different results, you must be willing to do things differently. That may mean letting go of relationships, environments, or even mindsets that hold you back. Change often requires a shift in perspective where we start seeing the possibilities instead of focusing on the challenges. In doing so, we not only open ourselves to new opportunities, but also begin to make room for the new experiences that are aligned with the life we want to create. Equally important, is the need for patience during times of change. The process of change, no matter how small, takes time. When you commit to something new, whether it's a career change, a healthier lifestyle, or a personal goal, you might not see immediate results. This is where mental toughness comes into play. JimRohn frequently highlighted the importance of persistence and consistency. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, he said. When you embrace change, you must be willing to endure the hard work and discipline required to see it through. The reward for that patience and persistence is transformation, becoming a stronger, wiser version of yourself who is better equipped to handle future challenges. An essential part of embracing change is taking responsibility for it. Life will change whether we are ready or not, but we always have the power to decide how we respond to it. This is a core teaching in JimRohn's philosophy, personal responsibility. He believed that we cannot control every aspect of our lives, but we can control how we react to what happens. When change occurs, we have the choice to either resist it and struggle, or we can accept it, learn from it, and adapt. Our power lies in our response. Choosing to take full responsibility for the changes in our lives means we take ownership of both our successes and failures. This sense of ownership allows us to navigate change with confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, we can handle it. There is also a certain freedom in embracing change. By choosing to see change as an opportunity, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. It may not always be easy, but as we grow through the changes, we come to realize that we are capable of far more than we ever imagined. JimRohn often spoke about the power of personal growth. He said, "The major key to your better future is when we embrace change. We realize that we have the ability to shape our own destinies, that the power to improve and transform our lives resides within us." In conclusion, embracing change is about cultivating a mindset of adaptability, resilience, and responsibility. It requires us to let go of the past, confront our fears, and approach every change as an opportunity for growth. The challenges that come with change are not obstacles to be avoided, but chances to refine our character, sharpen our skills, and move closer to the life we want to create. Life is never static, and by embracing change, we align ourselves with the natural rhythm of life, making it easier to move forward with confidence and strength. As JimRohn said, you don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. In the same way, you don't merely survive change, you thrive through it, creating value, growth, and opportunities along the way. Embrace change, and you will find yourself living a richer, more fulfilling life. Mastering your emotions is one of the most crucial elements in developing mental toughness. Our emotions can either propel us forward or hold us back, depending on how we manage them. JimRohn, a master of personal development, often spoke about the importance of emotional mastery, emphasizing that how we respond to our emotions directly impacts our success and happiness. He believed that success wasn't determined by circumstances alone, but by our ability to control our responses, especially in moments of challenge or adversity. To master your emotions is to take control of your life and make decisions that are aligned with your long-term goals, rather than allowing temporary feelings to dictate your actions. The first step in mastering your emotions is awareness. Many people go through life reacting to their emotions without truly understanding why they feel the way they do. Emotions such as anger, fear, sadness, and even joy are a part of the human experience, but when left unchecked, they can distort our perception and cloud our judgment. JimRohn often emphasized the importance of self-awareness, saying, "The more you know, the more you can do." Becoming aware of your emotional state is the foundation for emotional mastery. When you are aware of how you feel, you can pause before reacting. This space between stimulus and response is where you have the power to choose how to act rather than simply react. Through awareness, you can take a step back, examine your emotions, and ask yourself why you're feeling the way you do. This allows you to make intentional, thoughtful decisions instead of knee-jerk reactions that may be regretted later. Once you are aware of your emotions, the next step is to gain control over them. Emotions by nature are fleeting, they rise and fall, often without warning. But our reactions to these emotions can be lasting. To master your emotions, you must learn to control how you respond to them. JimRohn often said, "You must either control your mind or it will control you." When strong emotions arise, they can cloud our judgment and influence our behavior, often leading us to act in ways that are contrary to our values and goals. For example, when faced with a stressful situation, many people may respond by lashing out in anger, withdrawing in fear, or indulging in unhealthy coping mechanisms. While these emotional responses may offer temporary relief, they don't help us move toward our objectives. By learning to control your emotions, you can prevent them from hijacking your behavior. This control comes with practice. It involves techniques such as deep breathing, reframing your thoughts, and consciously choosing your responses. It's about taking a moment to collect yourself before reacting impulsively. The next aspect of mastering your emotions is developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways. It's the skill of recognizing emotional triggers and learning to navigate them with wisdom and composure. JimRohn was a big proponent of developing emotional intelligence, which he saw as a key to personal success. He said, "Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become." Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate both your internal emotions and external relationships with greater ease. When you can manage your own emotions, you are less likely to be thrown off course by the negativity or unpredictability of others. You also gain a deeper understanding of how to communicate effectively with others, as you become more aware of how emotions influence behavior in yourself and in those around you. In addition to understanding your emotions, you must also learn to reframe them. Reframing is the art of changing your perspective on a situation so that you can respond more constructively. Emotions are often the result of how we interpret events, not necessarily the events themselves. JimRohn taught us to turn setbacks into comebacks, to view challenges and setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and grow. If you can reframe a negative emotion, you transform the situation. For instance, feeling anxious before a big presentation can be reframed as excitement and an opportunity to perform at your best. A sense of fear before a difficult conversation can be reframed as the chance to address a challenge and create stronger, more transparent relationships. The power of reframing allows you to take control of your emotional responses and choose an empowering perspective. Another important component of emotional mastery is practicing emotional resilience. Life will inevitably present obstacles, disappointments, and frustrations, and your emotional resilience determines how well you cope with these challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to maintain your emotional stability and mental clarity in the face of difficult circumstances. JimRohn often spoke of the importance of developing resilience. He said, "The good life is not something you wait for, it is something you must create." Emotional resilience involves developing a mindset that allows you to recover quickly from setbacks. It is built through practice, patience, and self-care. The more resilient you are, the less likely you are to be knocked off course by emotional upheaval. Resilience allows you to keep moving forward with focus and determination, even when life becomes difficult. One of the most challenging emotions to manage is fear. Fear often paralyzes people and holds them back from pursuing their dreams and goals. JimRohn taught that fear is a natural part of life, but it is also something we can overcome. Fear is the price you pay for the opportunity to grow, he said. Fear can be an indicator that you're pushing yourself into new and unfamiliar territory. Instead of allowing fear to stop you, use it as a signal that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and growing. By confronting fear head-on and pushing through it, you build the strength and confidence to handle even more significant challenges. Finally, mastering your emotions involves taking responsibility for your emotional state. JimRohn was a big believer in personal responsibility, and this applies to our emotional lives as much as any other area of life. You are the one who chooses how to react to the world around you. By taking ownership of your emotional responses, you reclaim your power. No one can make you feel anything without your consent. The key is in understanding that you have the ability to choose your emotions and, by extension, your actions. In conclusion, mastering your emotions is a lifelong journey. It requires awareness, control, emotional intelligence, reframing, resilience, and responsibility. By following the principles that JimRohn taught, you can learn to manage your emotions in a way that empowers you to reach your goals and live a more fulfilling life. Remember, your emotions are a powerful force, but they only have power over you if you let them. When you take control of your emotional state, you take control of your life. As JimRohn said, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. The direction you choose starts with mastering your emotions. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life. They influence how you think, act, and feel. JimRohn, a legendary figure in personal development, often said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This statement underscores the powerful effect that your social circle has on your success, mindset, and overall well-being. To build mental toughness and achieve your goals, it's essential to surround yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and elevate you. The right people can help you unlock your potential, while the wrong ones can hold you back. The first step in surrounding yourself with strength is recognizing the importance of your environment. JimRohn emphasized that your environment will determine how you succeed. This doesn't just mean the physical space you live in, but also the people with whom you share your time. Think about it: when you surround yourself with motivated, positive, and goal-oriented individuals, you naturally begin to adopt their attitudes and behaviors. You start thinking bigger, aiming higher, and acting with greater purpose. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with negativity, complacency, or self-doubt, you begin to internalize those limiting beliefs and attitudes. The people around you can either pull you forward or hold you back, so choosing wisely is crucial. One of the key ways in which strong people influence your life is by challenging you to grow. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone, and it certainly doesn't happen when you're surrounded by people who think and act just like you. JimRohn frequently spoke about the need for challenges to propel us forward. He said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." If you want to improve, you need to be in the company of people who push you beyond your current limits, who encourage you to stretch, to think differently, and to take on new challenges. The right people will not just support you, but will also challenge you to be the best version of yourself. They will encourage you to aim higher, work harder, and keep pushing even when things get tough. This type of environment fosters personal and professional growth because it forces you to continually raise your standards. Additionally, strong individuals have a way of teaching you important life lessons, whether intentionally or through their example. JimRohn often highlighted the importance of mentorship and the influence that successful people can have on your life. "You don't get paid for the hour, you get paid for the value you bring to the hour," he said, suggesting that the value you bring into any situation is shaped by the mentors and role models you choose to surround yourself with. When you are around successful, wise, and emotionally intelligent individuals, you learn from their experiences and gain insight into what it takes to succeed. They provide guidance, share strategies, and offer advice that you can apply to your own life. More importantly, you can learn from their mistakes and avoid making the same ones. This type of learning is invaluable because it shortens the path to success and helps you make better decisions. However, surrounding yourself with strength also means creating an environment of support and encouragement. While it's essential to be challenged, it's equally important to have people who uplift you when things go wrong. Life is filled with setbacks, failures, and moments of self-doubt. In those moments, you need people who believe in you and who will remind you of your strengths, talents, and potential. JimRohn's teachings on success emphasize the power of positive reinforcement and the value of surrounding yourself with people who believe in your abilities. "The best way to predict your future is to create it," he said. The support of strong, positive people helps you build the confidence to face adversity and keeps you focused on the possibilities rather than the obstacles. These people serve as reminders that failure is not the end, but simply a stepping stone toward greater achievement. Moreover, those who surround you can help you maintain focus and discipline. Success requires consistency, and maintaining discipline can be difficult, especially when you're going it alone. By surrounding yourself with people who are also committed to their own success, you create a culture of accountability. You hold each other accountable for the actions you take, the goals you set, and the progress you make. This accountability ensures that you remain on track and continue pushing forward, even when distractions arise. JimRohn believed in the power of working with others towards shared goals, saying, "It's not what happens that determines the major part of your future, but what you do about what happens." The right people will not only motivate you to keep going, but will also inspire you to take consistent, focused action. In addition to the direct influence of the people around you, their values and attitudes play a huge role in shaping your own mindset. JimRohn often spoke about the importance of mindset in achieving success, reminding us that our beliefs shape our reality. Your philosophy determines how you fare, he said. When you surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset, who believe in lifelong learning, and who approach challenges with a positive attitude, it becomes easier for you to adopt the same mindset. These individuals inspire you to think bigger, to take risks, and to embrace new opportunities. Their values rub off on you, and over time you begin to see the world through a more optimistic and empowering lens. However, it's equally important to distance yourself from people who drain your energy or pull you down. JimRohn advised that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you spend your time with people who are negative, who discourage your dreams, or who are not committed to personal growth, you risk being influenced by their limiting beliefs. These individuals may cause you to doubt yourself, question your goals, or hold you back from taking bold action. Sometimes the most important thing you can do for your own growth is to eliminate toxic relationships and create space for those who support and elevate you. It's essential to recognize that the company you keep will either lift you up or hold you back, and you have the power to choose which it will be. Surrounding yourself with strength is not about isolating yourself from people who are different from you, but about seeking out individuals who align with your values and aspirations. It's about curating a network of people who help you grow, who hold you accountable, who challenge you, and who provide support when needed. These individuals can be mentors, colleagues, friends, or family members who share a common commitment to personal growth, success, and excellence. In conclusion, the people you surround yourself with shape your life in ways that are often more profound than you realize. By choosing to surround yourself with strong, motivated, and positive individuals, you create an environment that encourages growth, resilience, and success. JimRohn's wisdom reminds us that success is not just about what we do on our own, it's about who we become in the company of others. So take a good look at the people you spend your time with, and make sure they are the kind of people who will help you become the best version of yourself. Setting goals is one of the most powerful actions you can take to direct your life towards success and fulfillment. Without clear, inspiring goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly, uncertain of what you truly want to achieve. JimRohn, a master of personal development, often emphasized that setting goals is not just about having something to strive for, but about setting goals that excite you, goals that motivate you, fill you with passion, and drive you toward a future that inspires you. He believed that the key to true success lies in setting ambitious, exciting goals that align with your deeper purpose. When you set goals that excite you, you're tapping into a powerful source of motivation. Goals that stir something within you create an inner drive that propels you forward, even when obstacles arise. JimRohn often said, "The major key to your better future is you." This means that the goals you set are a reflection of your vision for your life, your values, and your aspirations. When your goals excite you, they connect you to a bigger purpose, giving you the energy and determination to take consistent action. The first step in setting goals that truly excite you is identifying what matters most to you. Many people set goals based on external pressures or what society expects of them: getting a promotion, earning more money, or fitting into certain societal norms. While these goals may be practical or conventional, they may not inspire deep passion or long-term commitment. To set goals that excite you, you must look inward and ask yourself, what do I truly want? What makes my heart race? What would I pursue even if there were no external rewards? These are the kinds of goals that connect with your innermost desires and ambitions. Whether it's building a successful business, traveling the world, or becoming an expert in a field that fascinates you, these personal and meaningful goals are the ones that will drive you. Once you've identified your most exciting goals, the next step is to make them specific and measurable. JimRohn often said, a goal without a plan is just a wish vague, broad goals like I want to be successful or I want to be healthy. It won't give you the direction and focus you need to succeed. Instead, break down your larger goals into clear, concrete objectives. For example, if your goal is to build a successful business, identify exactly what success looks like. Perhaps it's achieving a certain revenue target, acquiring a specific number of clients, or launching a particular product. By setting clear, measurable goals, you create a roadmap that allows you to track your progress and celebrate your wins along the way. This makes the pursuit of your goals not only more exciting, but also more rewarding. Another essential element of goal setting is making your goals challenging yet achievable. JimRohn often spoke about the importance of setting goals that stretch you, saying, set a goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for what you will become in the process. When you set goals that are too easy, you risk becoming complacent, and the excitement begins to fade. On the other hand, goals that are too lofty or unrealistic can lead to frustration and discouragement. The key is to set goals that challenge you to grow and expand, but that are still within the realm of possibility with hard work, discipline, and perseverance. These goals should excite you with the thought of what you can accomplish while also requiring you to develop new skills, habits, and mindsets. The process of working toward a challenging goal is often more exciting and fulfilling than the goal itself, as it pushes you to become a better, more capable version of yourself. A vital part of setting goals that excite you is to connect them to your deeper sense of purpose. JimRohn often stressed that success is not just about achieving material rewards, but about becoming the person you were meant to be. He believed that the pursuit of goals should align with your core values and the vision you have for your life. When you set goals that excite you, they should also contribute to your broader sense of purpose and fulfillment. For example, if you're passionate about helping others, your goals might involve creating a nonprofit organization or mentoring others in your community. If your values include freedom and adventure, your goals might include traveling, pursuing an entrepreneurial venture, or achieving financial independence. When your goals align with your purpose, they become far more meaningful and energizing as they contribute to a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. In addition to aligning your goals with your purpose, you must also take the time to visualize the future you are creating. JimRohn was a big believer in the power of visualization. He often spoke about the importance of seeing your goals in your mind before they become a reality. The more you see yourself with the things you want, the more likely you are to get them, he said. Visualization is a powerful tool that helps you mentally rehearse your success and build the belief that you can achieve your goals. When you vividly imagine the life you want to create, you feel the excitement of the journey, and it becomes easier to stay focused and motivated. This mental picture serves as a constant reminder of what you are working toward, even when the path becomes difficult. The next critical step in achieving your exciting goals is developing a plan of action. Having a goal without an actionable plan is like setting sail without a map. JimRohn often said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Once you've identified your exciting goal and broken it down into manageable steps, you need to create a plan to execute those steps consistently. This plan should include both long-term strategies and short-term actions that you can take daily or weekly. The key is to take consistent, deliberate action toward your goals, no matter how small the steps may seem. Momentum builds through consistent effort, and as you take action, you'll find that your excitement grows and your goals become more tangible. Accountability is another essential element in achieving exciting goals. It's easy to get sidetracked or discouraged along the way, especially when the journey gets tough. JimRohn believed in the power of accountability, stating accountability is the key to success. When you share your goals with someone who holds you accountable, you create a sense of commitment that strengthens your resolve. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a coach, having someone to check in with can keep you motivated, provide valuable feedback, and offer encouragement when you need it most. The right accountability partner can help you stay on track and remind you of the excitement and purpose behind your goals. In conclusion, setting goals that excite you is a fundamental practice in creating a successful, fulfilling life. These goals serve as a guiding light, providing direction, motivation, and a sense of purpose. By setting clear, challenging, and purpose-driven goals, creating a detailed plan of action, and visualizing your success, you turn your dreams into reality. Remember, as JimRohn often said, you don't get what you want, you get what you deserve. When your goals excite you, they fuel the discipline, commitment, and effort required to achieve them, helping you become the person you are meant to be. Failure is a natural part of life, one that everyone encounters at some point. How we respond to failure, however, determines our future success. JimRohn, a leader in personal development, taught that failure is not the end, but rather an important part of the learning process. He emphasized that success is built on the foundation of overcoming failure. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action, he said, encouraging people not to be afraid of failure, but to embrace it as a teacher. The ability to learn from failure and keep moving forward is one of the most important qualities you can develop if you want to achieve greatness. The first step in learning from failure is understanding that failure is not personal. Too often when we fail, we internalize the experience, thinking that it defines who we are. JimRohn stressed that failure is simply a part of the process, not a reflection of your abilities or your worth. Failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher, he often said. Failure is an event, not an identity. When we fail, we're simply encountering a temporary setback, not a permanent state of being. By reframing failure in this way, we can detach our sense of self-worth from the outcome and view failure as a necessary step on the path to success. Once we understand that failure isn't personal, the next step is to analyze it. Every failure carries valuable lessons that can help us improve and grow. However, many people, when faced with failure, focus only on the disappointment and frustration of the moment, rather than extracting the lessons it offers. JimRohn often advised, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Part of those disciplines is learning how to reflect on failure objectively. Instead of allowing emotions like shame or anger to take over, we need to ask ourselves what went wrong. What could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? By reflecting on these questions, we can extract the wisdom hidden within failure and use it to adjust our strategies, improve our skills, and approach our goals with greater knowledge and understanding. Learning from failure is also about cultivating resilience. JimRohn believed that resilience is a key ingredient to success. It's not what happens that's important, but what you do about it, he said. Failure can be disheartening, but it's how we respond to failure that defines us. Rather than letting failure stop us in our tracks, we must develop the ability to bounce back. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about bouncing back from it quickly and learning from the experience. The most successful people in the world have faced failure time and time again, but their ability to persist in the face of adversity has set them apart. Resilience allows us to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. It builds strength, character, and determination. Part of learning from failure involves changing our mindset. JimRohn often spoke about the importance of mindset in achieving success. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude, he said. People who see failure as a setback tend to let it define them. They believe that failure is a sign of their inadequacy, and as a result, they give up. On the other hand, those who see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow will keep moving forward with greater wisdom and determination. This shift in mindset is crucial. Failure is not an end, but a beginning, an opportunity to learn and evolve. By cultivating a mindset that embraces failure as a part of the journey, you develop the resilience necessary to keep going no matter how many setbacks you face. Another key to learning from failure is maintaining a focus on your long-term goals. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned in the short term, but success often requires sustained effort over time. JimRohn frequently reminded us, success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. In other words, success is a journey, not a destination. And it requires consistent effort, even in the face of failure. When you keep your eyes on the bigger picture and remind yourself why you started in the first place, failure becomes less daunting. It becomes just a small obstacle in the larger journey toward your goal. By focusing on the long-term outcome, you can keep moving forward, even when setbacks occur. Failure, in this sense, becomes nothing more than a speed bump on the road to success. One of the most important aspects of learning from failure is the ability to take responsibility for your part in the outcome. JimRohn always encouraged personal accountability, saying, take full responsibility for your life. This means that when failure occurs, you must look at your own actions and decisions and ask yourself what role you played in the outcome. This doesn't mean beating yourself up or placing blame, but rather taking an honest inventory of your actions, thoughts, and behaviors. What could you have done differently? Did you prepare enough? Did you stay focused? Taking responsibility for your actions is a sign of maturity and self-awareness. It allows you to own your mistakes and learn from them, rather than allowing them to derail you completely. When you take responsibility, you give yourself the power to change the future and avoid making the same mistakes again. Moving forward after failure also requires the ability to adjust your approach. JimRohn emphasized that success often requires flexibility and adaptation. If you don't like how things are, change it. You're not a tree. Failure is an opportunity to reevaluate your approach and try something new. If one method didn't work, it's time to learn from that experience and try a different strategy. Persistence is important, but so is adaptability. Failure isn't a reason to quit, it's an invitation to try again, this time with a new plan of action. By constantly adjusting and refining your approach, you increase your chances of success and build the resilience to keep moving forward despite setbacks. Furthermore, failure teaches us the importance of patience. JimRohn was a strong advocate for the value of patience in the pursuit of long-term goals. He often said, you cannot become a millionaire overnight, but you can become a millionaire if you're willing to put in the time and effort. Success doesn't happen overnight. And failure is simply a part of the process that requires time to overcome. It's easy to become frustrated when progress is slow, but patience allows you to stay focused on your long-term vision. Every failure is a lesson. And the more patient you are in applying those lessons, the more equipped you become to handle future challenges. In conclusion, failure is an essential part of personal growth and success. JimRohn's teachings remind us that failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn, adjust, and keep moving forward. By shifting our mindset, reflecting on our failures, taking responsibility, and staying focused on our long-term goals, we can turn every failure into a stepping stone on the path to success. Remember, the road to success is rarely a straight line, and it's our ability to learn from failure and keep moving forward that determines how far we'll go. As JimRohn wisely said, the key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. So, no matter how many failures you encounter, keep moving, keep learning, and keep going after the life you envision for yourself.